During her time at Princeton, Caro helped lead the field hockey program to 3 Ivy League titles, as the Tigers posted an .892 winning percentage in league play. Caro was a key cog as the Tigers received an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history and reached the Final Four in 2016. As a senior in 2016, Caro finished 8th in the nation with 18 goals and 13th in Division I with 47 points. She was selected as the Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year and was named a first-team All-Ivy League selection and a first-team All-American. A 2-time captain, the ecology and evolutionary biology major from Bridgewater, New Jersey, finished her career with 3 All-Ivy accolades and 2 All-Region honors. The 2016 and 2017 Division I Goalkeeper of the Year, Ellie DeGarmo, is a 2-time Tewaaraton Top 25 nominee, 2-time First-Team All-Ivy selection, and a 2-time All-American. DeGarmo was named Ivy League Tournament MVP this year, setting records for saves in a game and in a tournament. For the second consecutive year, DeGarmo led the nation in save percentage, while also pacing Division I in saves per game. A Woodrow Wilson School major from Baltimore, DeGarmo set the school record with 235 saves this spring and finished her career with a record of 40-14. Kat Holmes earned the 4th All-America honor of her career this year when she finished 2nd in an All-Tiger Epee final at the NCAA Championships. With that finish, Holmes became the 3rd Epee fencer in Princeton women's fencing history to earn 4 All-America honors, joining fellow Olympians Maya Lawrence and Susanna Scanlon. Holmes earned all Ivy League recognition all 4 of her years and was a first-team honoree 3 times, helping Princeton earn Ivy League titles every year in which she competed. As a senior, Holmes went 18-0 through the Ivy League round robin, getting the decisive victory in a 14-13 win over Columbia that won the league championship for Princeton. A psychology major from Washington, D.C., Holmes returned to the team this season after taking 2 years off from Princeton to pursue her Olympic dream, which she achieved with a place on the U.S. national team at the 2016 Games in Rio. Olivia Hop is one of 5 finalists for the Tewaaraton Trophy, an award ceremony she's attending this evening. Awarded to the top player in college lacrosse, Hop is Princeton's first finalist since 2005. A 2-time nominee for the award, Hop was also a first-team All-American, a 3-time unanimous first-team All-Ivy League selection, and the 2017 Ivy League Attacker of the Year. She's been named to the Ivy League All-Tournament team 3 times, was MVP once, and holds 6 tournament records. This spring, Hop led the nation in goals per game and set the Princeton single-season records for goals and points in a season, while becoming the program's all-time leading scorer. A member of the English national team, the Woodrow Wilson School major from New Canaan, Connecticut, will compete for the World Cup this summer. Ashley Johnson is one of the most accomplished players in women's college water polo history. The 3-time All-American finished her career with a record of 117, over 1,300 saves, a .693 save percentage, and is the Tigers' career saves leader. She's a 19-time CWPA Defensive Player of the Week, 4-time First-Team All-Conference selection, and was the 2015 Conference Player of the Year. A psychology major from Miami, Florida, Johnson spent the 2015-16 academic year with the United States national team, helping the squad to the gold medal at the 2016 Rio Summer Olympics. In Team USA's 6 games, she allowed just 28 goals, made 51 saves, and was named the tournament's top goalkeeper. Johnson was also the first ever African-American to make the U.S. national team. A finalist for the 2017 AAU Sullivan Award, Johnson's accolades include being named an ESPNW Impact 25 honoree as the Woman of the Year and Swimming World Magazine's Female Water Polo Player of the Year for the 2nd straight season. A Two-time Patty Kazmaier Award finalist, Kelsie Colter is Princeton's first ever first-team All-American in women's hockey. A three-time All-ECAC selection, Colter was named the league's best defender and was the Ivy League Player of the Year in 2016. Colter ranked second in the nation in points per game for a defender the last 2 seasons, and is just the third defender in Princeton history to reach 100 points. She had an incredible 203 career blocks and finished with a plus 46 on ice rating. The number 1 pick in the 2016 National Women's Hockey League draft, Colter signed with the New York Riveters at the conclusion of the Tigers' 2016-17 season. A psychology major from Horsham, Pennsylvania, Colter also represented her country as a member of the U.S. Under-22 team. A 4-time All-Ivy League honoree and 3-time first-teamer, Tyler Lucy stands as one of just 4 players in league history to earn 2 Ivy League Player of the Year awards, being named the league's Offensive Player of the Year in 2014 and 2015. As a junior on the way to being recognized as a second-team All-American, Lucy helped lead Princeton to an Ivy League championship, the first NCAA women's tournament game in the history of Roberts Stadium, and the program's second NCAA tournament win in 4 years. A history major from Lutherville, Maryland, Lucy was drafted by the National Women's Soccer League's Portland Thorns. She finished her career as the program's all-time leader in goals with 53 and points with 122. She's the only player in Princeton soccer history, men's or women's, to score 50 goals, and her 53 goals are the most for an Ivy League player in 35 years. Karam Italiano led Princeton to a historic 2-year run, and she became the volleyball program's only 2-time Ivy League Player of the Year because of it. As a junior, she was the only player in the Ivy League to rank in the top 10 in both kills and digs, and she helped the Tigers become the first team in league history, any sport, any gender, to win the Ivy Championship after an 0-3 start. It would be hard to top that season, but Italiano did so as a senior co-captain for the 2016 team. She repeated as Player of the Year and earned all-region honors after leading the Ivy League in kills by a margin that was greater than the difference between the 2nd and 10th ranked players. A history major from Glen Ellen, Illinois, Italiano ranked in the top 10 in both kills and digs again as a senior, one of only 2 players in the league to do so, and she helped Princeton return to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2007. Julia Radcliffe won the NCAA championship in the hammer throw in 2014. A 3-time All-American, Radcliffe was the runner-up at her last NCAA championships and looks to return again this year as she currently has the 2nd-best throw in the country. An economics major from Hamilton, New Zealand, Radcliffe is the first thrower in the Ivy League to win 4 hammer throw titles and tacked on 2 weight throw titles indoors. Radcliffe is the only hammer thrower in the 123-year history of Penn Relays to win the event 4 times. The 2014 U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association Scholar Athlete of the Year, Radcliffe holds the Princeton, Ivy League, and New Zealand national records in the hammer throw. To put it into perspective, every single throw in Radcliffe's career is better than the next best person in Ivy League history. In her final competition for Princeton, Anna Van Brummen became the 3rd fencer in program history to win an NCAA individual title and the first épée champion, achieving that honor in an all-Tiger final. That came after Van Brummen became the first Tiger in program history to earn 4 first-team All-Ivy League honors, going a combined 62-3 in 4 years of the Ivy League round robin. Van Brummen, a geosciences major from Houston, Texas, went on to earn 2 All-America honors, finishing 3rd in the nation as a junior before winning the NCAA championship this season. Van Brummen added to her athletic accomplishments with 2 academic All-Ivy League recognitions during her career.